Think of that quite often. Why am I here?
Because people always say to you,
why am I doing this? We decided on a Nissan Patrol, so we worked around getting that. It hasn't been without its issues.
I totally underestimated how busy that a time was going to be. Packing up the whole house, and all the friends and family got to come and say goodbye, and that was really lovely, but hard. The hardest part of leaving.
We had a bit of an episode with the first one we did.
It's a bit of a reality shock. There's lots for Alara to do. She's out at the jumping pillow and the playground, and there's a pool, and there's a putt, and there's go-karts, and there's lots of things to keep her occupied.
But one night on the Snowy River,
Yeah.
because we're in a Snowy River van, so we thought we should do a night's camping by the Snowy River.
Hi, I'm Tammy.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Alara.
Good job. And we're Easy Does It.
Okay, so we're here.
So, welcome to our channel, everyone. This is our first video, obviously, because we're not very good at it yet. But we thought we'd just give everyone an idea of where we're up to now, from the start of our journey to where we are now, and talk about maybe some challenges that we've met along the way and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, just an introduction for everyone to get to know us.
Yeah, starting with why we're here, when we decided that we were going to do it.
I think of that quite often. Why am I here?
As people always say to you.
Why am I doing this?
Why? Yeah, why?
Why are we doing it? It's a very good question. I think we in lockdown during COVID.
Because we're from Victoria.
We're from Victoria, so we were in lockdown for about 40 years. And yeah, it was quite a challenging time in terms of just, you know, not getting out of the house, and it was very restrictive. And we watched a lot of videos on YouTube about people caravanning and four-wheel driving. And it seemed like that's what we wanted to do. So since COVID, we've been working towards what we're doing now. So 6 years almost.
And Alara was just turning 1 right when it struck. So we got to have that whole sort of next year of her life just loving being together, all three of us. We were like, let's just do that all the time. And then what? Then it was a 5-year plan, because we were waiting for your youngest son to be 18.
Yep.
Which happened in December, and so January we took off.
Yep.
And so the process, the car...
Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it?
Packed up our house, packed up our life. But yeah, starting with the car, how did you choose the towing vehicle?
Yeah, well, I still don't know whether I've got it right. That was a long process of, you know, sorting through a lot of forums and getting a lot of advice from people that knew. And we decided on a Nissan Patrol, so we worked around getting that. It hasn't been without its issues since we've had it. Not as a car, it's been amazing. Just the rear suspension's been a little bit soft, but so we had to get a GVM upgrade, but that's okay. Which
came first, the car or the van?
Yeah, it really is the chicken and the egg thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people say you buy the caravan and then you buy the car to suit it, but if you buy a caravan that's way too big for any vehicles out there, then you're in a bit of trouble. Whereas if you buy the car first, then I guess you've sort of got an idea of what your limitations are in some respects, and what caravan weight and size you can carry with it.
Yeah, we just knew, didn't we, no matter which caravan we got, they were all going to be requiring one of the bigger tow vehicles.
Yep.
Yep.
So we went with the Patrol. It's a reasonable price for the size of it. It's got a nice size V8 engine, which is really good for towing. And yeah, apart from that suspension thing, it's been amazing so far.
And the van?
You can talk about the van.
Yeah, okay. So the van, we'd done lots of research, as you may realise. There are so many different types of vans out there at the moment. We'd got it down to maybe 3 or 4, I think, that we thought would suit us. We needed the bunks, and because we are going to live in it full time, it needed to be spacious enough and comfortable enough. We had started with a camper trailer a few years before, used that a couple of times, like maybe once or twice, and then went for a pop top, used that a couple of times, and then we decided to go for the full-size van. But we ended up at the Mornington caravan and camping show, and we had it down to about 3 or 4, and we just went around and spoke to everyone, saw all the different vans, made a decision there on the day, and got the Snowy River 22F, SRC 22F, which is wonderful. It's super comfortable. It fills all of our requirements, and it's been awesome so far.
Yeah, so that's a brief summary. I think we'll do a whole video on that at some point, because it really is it's a minefield, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big process.
There's so much
Involved.
in that. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll do a video on that, and also the car, I guess, at some stage.
Yeah. So we had a cleaning company that did cleaning, gardening, maintenance and hire linen on the Mornington Peninsula that we had been working in, we owned for 13 years.
Yeah, it would not have been nice having to deal with the goings-on of a business while trying to travel, and
Yeah.
especially I think the last 2 months it's been so busy getting everything ready, and
Oh, yeah.
it would have been a nightmare having to do all that as
I
well.
know, people always say it, but now that we haven't been working, I don't know how there was ever time to work. I totally underestimated how busy that a time was going to be. Packing up the whole house. It was over Christmas as well, packing up the whole house. We had to ship our house full of furniture to Perth, because that's where we're going to settle after X amount of time. There's no time limit put on this trip, so we'll see when it's time, but when it is time, all our furniture is going to be in Perth. So yeah, packing up our whole house into a container and shipping that to Perth, and then having family and friends on the other side of the country distribute it between their houses. It was just amazing. As well as everyone that helped us here cleaning the house, and it was a lot of work.
We always kind of knew it was going to be a big job, but it was bigger than we thought anyway.
Yeah,
Like
selling things on Marketplace. So anyway, then we moved down to our first big stop. We packed everything up, took off from the house, and our first stop was 10 minutes down the road at the Rosebud foreshore, which was actually great, because so there was a week overlap. So we were living down on the foreshore in the van, while we could still go back to the house, pack it up into the container and clean it. So we were learning to live in the van while we still had the house there to go and empty the toilet in the toilet if we needed to, or have a shower. Sometimes we still had a shower at the house.
Yeah.
But that was great. Like, we hadn't actually been away in the caravan for more than 2 nights, I think, wasn't it? But we stayed in it on our front lawn for a night,
Yeah.
and then maybe 2 or 3 nights in
Yep.
Ballarat or Bendigo, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Yeah. We didn't really give it much of a shakedown, that's for sure.
No, we just totally ran out of time. So that was it. We had to learn really quickly.
And I
it-
guess consequently, you know, the last 3 weeks or so while we have been actually on the road
yeah,
has been quite a trial in some respects. Just learning. Well, we had too much stuff for starters, so we were just tripping over
ourselves.
stuff for the first week and a half, and
Yeah.
then we were staying at some friend's place in Meetung, and we got the van weighed, and it was a little bit overweight, so we had to ditch a fair bit of stuff. Again, that'll be in the caravan buying video if we do that. All the whys and wherefores about how much you actually take and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think you can be told though. Like we knew that we couldn't take much stuff, but still had too much stuff. So you've just got.
And we've still got too much stuff. I think.
Do.
Like
we do.
It seems like it's a bit of a process just working through.
Yeah.
What you've got, what you need. You know, sometimes you find out you've got two of something that you don't need. So you know, you just we hang on to it at the moment and then wait until we've used the first one and don't buy another one. So
yeah, I think that's fair. Like moving from a house to living full time in a van, it's a huge adjustment.
Yeah, and if you don't do it a lot like we didn't beforehand,
yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, it takes a
Plus,
lot
with
to get
a
used to.
6-year-old, you kind of want to be prepared for everything and anything that could happen. But she's still got too much stuff as well. Don't tell her that.
That could be a struggle to change that.
Yeah. All right, so moving to the foreshore, which was awesome as well. Then after Australia Day, we had a week without the house where we were just living in the van, and all the friends and family got to come and say goodbye, and that was really lovely, but hard. The hardest part of leaving.
Yeah, we had some good friends and my boys down there as well, and in Melbourne. So yeah, but we're going to get back fairly regularly. So
yeah,
you know, to make that process a bit easier on us and Alara, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for work as well. So
yeah. Setting up the van, car weights, GVM upgrades. Like we said, there's still too much stuff, but they're set up like when the caravan was on our front lawn, I would go into it desperately wanting to set it up for so long, but you just don't know till you're living in it. Like, you know the basics, but you just can't work out how it's all going to work until you're actually living in it. I reckon.
I think one of the biggest things for me is everything needs a spot to be in.
Yeah.
And you need to keep it in that spot.
Yep.
But it can get out of hand pretty quick. Like, you know, sometimes it's been immaculate. You know, Tam's gone through and tidied everything, and then, you know, an hour later it's just trashed again.
Doesn't take much.
As it is, like this morning, it was really probably the tidiest it's been. And then, yeah, just throughout the day, you know, you get changed and you do stuff and
go to the pool, have showers.
Yep. Yeah. So it's kind of weird. It's a smaller area, but you kind of need to do a lot more to keep it clean and tidy, because I think in a house you've got space to just leave stuff around, but you can't really do it in a caravan.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's really important. Everything to have a place. How was the jumping pillow?
Good.
Did you go on the playground as well? No.
Yeah. What's the hardest that you found has been hardest to adjust to you?
At first it was the sleeping. We didn't sleep very well at all, and the fridge was making a noise and the water pump was making a noise and the mattress just wasn't comfortable and the doona's not right and the stuff everywhere. Like, yeah, was sorted out the sleeping. I think I've been sleeping better. Emptying the toilet is an interesting one that might take a little while to get used to, but it's okay.
We had a bit of a episode with the first one we did.
It's a bit of a reality shock initially, but you get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah. Just I think the confined space, like, you know, you try and get a tin tomatoes and you got to get down to the bottom of the cupboard. It's just not, everything's not as convenient or at your fingertips as what it was in your house.
But at the same time, I think too that maybe we've got some things in wrong areas. Like we've got high usage stuff hidden away, and I think we've got some stuff that isn't high usage, pretty accessible. So, you know, it's just a work in progress, isn't it?
It is. Yep. What about you?
Ooh,
You've done an amazing job of like working out the awning and the anti-flap kit.
Yeah, I kind of like doing that sort of stuff, so that was okay. But I think it's yeah, I think just the space
Yeah.
and trying to survive through the night without having to go to the toilet
Yeah.
is, like, I think I've like stopped drinking as much water because, especially late in the day, because I'm trying to, drain my drain my bladder before I go to sleep because, yeah, getting up during the night is difficult because Alara's obviously very close to the toilet, although she's pretty good. She doesn't really
She
wake
hasn't
up.
been waking up, no.
So that's good, but yeah, and I'm not a fan of going outside at 2 a.m.
Kangaroos hopping around and
Especially-
kangaroos pooing on our front mat.
especially when we're in Rosebud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit dodgy.
And
But,
dusty.
yeah,
Yeah. And probably a big adjustment for me is not buying so much food at once. Like we used to have 3 freezers, 3 fridges initially.
a big butler's pantry and full
Yeah.
of food and
Yep. So I just need to remind myself that we've only got like 1 week's worth of food to keep at a time,
Yeah.
basically.
yeah, that could have been a good part of the reason why we were overweight because we did have quite a lot of food, didn't we?
Yeah, and also initially because we had just taken everything out of our house, fridges and freezers,
Yeah,
and tried to
Yep.
put it all in here. But I think again that will work its way out.
Yeah, like 3 jars of mint jelly and stuff like that.
Yeah, we didn't bring
we
them all, but
don't really need.
yep.
We just brought 2, just in case. I guess where we've been, we could give a quick run through on where we've been so far.
Oh, yeah?
After we left Rosebud.
Left the house, went to the Rosebud foreshore. Then we went down to Wilson's Prom, which we'd never been to
No.
before.
No.
A really cool area that's got both the riverside and the beachside. And that was just lovely there. Lots of lovely bird life that took to you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, beautiful beaches, lovely walks. And then we had to go back up to Traralgon just to sort out this GVM upgrade paperwork, which was a whole bit of a saga. But anyway, that's okay. Did that just to fill a couple of days. Came back down to Meetang straight after that, which was for my birthday, and we were staying with some of our beautiful friends, and a friend flew over from Perth, and we went to the Meetang hot springs and just had such an amazing time. Parked our van at the front of their house and just had a wonderful, wonderful time. And then took off from there, did a free camp overnight on our way up to Pambula, where we are now. So we've crossed the Victorian border into New South Wales, and we've had a week here at the Pambula Discovery Park because we thought we'd take a week where there's lots for Alara to do. She's out at the jumping pillow and the playground, and there's a pool and there's putt-putt and there's go-karts and there's lots of things to keep her occupied, while we just sort of stopped 3 weeks maybe in and took check of where we're at and
Just get a bit of sort of work done and
Yeah.
all the admin sort of stuff that
yeah.
life comes with.
Which has been great, and I feel much more organised after this week. Do you?
Yeah, it's been
We
good.
really needed that. And then in a couple of days, we're going to take off to Canberra, head back up. We're sort of doing actually a bit of a loop because we've got to come back to Victoria for our daughter's 7th birthday with her friends. And eventually we'll get back to here and keep going north.
Yeah, but going back to that free camp, that one night on the Snowy River,
Yeah.
because we're in a Snowy River van, so we thought we should do a night's camping by the Snowy River.
Yeah.
Like, makes sense. So we did that. That was really good. I was a bit sort of wary at first, but
Yeah.
everything worked quite nicely. And
I think people say that it takes them a while to work up to staying in a free camp, but it was awesome. We knew that we were equipped for it. Oh, that's what we were going to say about the steep learning curve. As soon as we rocked up to the Rosebud foreshore, the very first campsite, we're like, okay, great, let's plug into water. Nope, no water. Power there was, but we just had, I had no idea to even think to check Like I thought a powered site would probably just include water, but no, that didn't have any water. So we learned about that very quickly. Had to go and get extra hose and then
Luckily,
actually
there was a BCF about 50 metres
yeah,
from
and
our spot. So that
didn't
was
our
good.
friendly neighbour lend us his initially?
Oh, he was going to, yeah.
And then Wilson's Prom.
Shout out to Jace
Yeah,
if he's
g'day, Jace.
watching.
Thanks for that. Wilson's Prom, no power or water. So
No, that was a challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I really noticed the time it took because we've got a bit of a unusual setup with our batteries,
yeah,
which I'll go through in a video at some point. And they kind of take a little bit of work. They're quite versatile, but they take a bit of work to sort of set up and
Yeah.
just moving the solar panels around to get as much sun as possible. And I think because the van's pretty big and it does chew up a lot of power, so incidental power that you don't think you've got everything off, but it's still draining
draws,
battery. So yeah, that was a steep learning curve, that one.
Yeah.
But we had water.
Oh, but so we knew that we were equipped to do the free camp. Like I think a lot of people work up to it because they're just not sure how they're going to go about it, but we knew that we could do it.
Yeah, yep.
And then there's homeschooling. So people might ask about homeschooling for little Alara. So she is registered for homeschooling, and we are just doing, I wouldn't say a strict routine, a bit of a plan, a few workbooks to work through, a journal, but lots of incidental learning, lots of numbers on the road, maps, just
Real life sort of stuff.
socialising. Yeah, I feel like she's just really grown in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think she's finding it a little bit tricky, but
Yeah,
not
not having any friends to play with, definitely.
yeah, and she finds it hard to make new ones, which has been a bit of a struggle for her, I think. But
Yeah,
I think it's sort of good because she has to work towards that, and
yeah.
she sort of knows what she has to do. So
Yeah, it might help her.
Yeah.
But in terms of the actual schooling, like learning, she's just learning so much, just asking about signs and places that we're going, and yeah, they
Like
really
a-
do just learn on the road.
little sponge.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's been going pretty good.
Yep.
Not sure if I've done too much of my PE and STEM with her, but
You'll get there. You'll make up for it.
I took her to the pool yesterday.
Oh, she went on like a 1K walk today.
Yeah, played golf. So
Yeah.
that's sport.
There you go.
Yeah.
Trampoline.
So what's STEM again? It's
IT, tech.
oh, okay.
You're going to teach her how to edit tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, then I don't have to do it.
Yep, she'll be on to that. How have you gone with towing the caravan?
Yeah, it's you just got to take it slowly and not get too frustrated and
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean it tows pretty well now after we've done all the work to the car.
What about with all the spectators that like to come and see
Yeah,
when
there's
you go?
always a few people with an opinion, that's for sure. When you get to a site, we've had one bloke advising me on the jockey wheel, and one lady from here was asking me why it took me so long to reverse the van in, and telling me my t-shirt was inside out and stuff, so it wasn't very nice. But anyway, if she's watching, she probably won't. It's I guess people are trying to help, but yeah, it is a bit sort of annoying sometimes.
Yeah. You don't need that pressure.
No. Yeah, so I guess that's about it for our update. So 4 weeks in, and that sounds like it wasn't that much, but it really was a battle. It was
It's been a lot.
even the 2 months before that. So the whole last 3 months has been very full on, and it's been good to have this time.
Hasn't it? Like I forgot, we were so exhausted.
Yeah.
Like after Wilson's Prom, when we got to Meetung, probably we were just
Yeah,
so
and then
exhausted.
Meetung, our friends like to start pretty late, so that was not good for the kidneys.
Yeah, you know who you are.
You know, we've been going to bed at the same time as Lara, so
It's been great.
maybe over the next couple of weeks we can get outside and have a few drinks outside at night time. That'd be nice.
Yeah, anyway, we'll do lots more individual videos on a lot of those topics that we covered.
Yeah, and also the places that we go. You know, we've been to a few already that we've done a little bit of videography on. And
But follow along as well. Our Insta handle, Easy Does It AUS. You'll put a link.
A link in the description.
Link in the description.
Yep.
Yeah, follow along. Let us know if you want to know anything about the Snowy River van or anything at all. Drop us a line.
The Snowy River.
The Snowy River. We're going to go to the Snowy Mountains.
Yep.
About having a 6-year-old. Anything
The car.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything that you like, leave a comment and we'll be right onto it and answer any questions that you have.
That'll be great for that.
Yes, you will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I'm never watching that back.
Why? That was all right.